Now, because it was banned, because also, let's be honest, there was no sporting events that day. There was no other things to do. Everyone's at home and everyone's being told they can't watch this Ike guy because he's got big, bad, evil messages. I mean, it's a 68-year-old man in a leather chair next to me. We are not inciting violence. We are not inciting revolution. We're not inciting destruction of property. And yet still it's dangerous. But yeah.
This is another backfire effect of this kind of censorious culture. How many people had never heard of David Icke until he got banned?
Or me.
Banned? I better watch this guy.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's the flip side.
And I use analogies like that with like Milo Yiannopoulos, who's a bit of a professional provocateur. And, when he was kind of at the peak of his fame doing his college tour, and, the college students are just going crazy and paroxysms of protest and out there with their signs and screaming at him and even in some cases inciting violence because just for him showing up on college campuses. I was tweeting out, look, liberals, if you really want to hurt this guy, just ignore him. Because I'm a professional public speaker and there's nothing worse than a half empty auditorium. You're just sitting there going, oh my God, no one cares what I have to say. This is so depressing. But even better than that is, a room full of people packed in there with protesters outside. It's like, I'm going to hear what this guy has to say. And, again, David Icke is now probably more well known to people who would have never had any interest simply because you talked to him and somebody said, you can't listen to this guy. Oh, yeah. My other example of this is Ayaan Hirsi Ali, who should be a champion of civil rights. She should be one of the great civil rights leaders of the 21st century, women's rights and the right, to push back against the state and a religion, but because it's Islam. And now Islamophobia is, hate speech. And this is the sin that you are not allowed to commit. And by that, I mean criticizing Islam. Now, you can criticize Christianity all you want, and atheists do all the time. And that's perfectly okay for liberals. But for some reason, they're super sensitive about Islam. And so Ayaan Hirsi Ali speaks out against what her former religion has done to women. And, she had female genital mutilation herself. She can speak with authority on the problems and what this does to grown women when they're treated like this as young girls. And so she was invited to give the commencement speech at Columbia University a couple of years ago. Honorary doctorate, you give the speech, it's a great honor. And the students went crazy and faculty protested, no, we can't have her. She's, it's hate speech. She's criticizing Islam. That's hate speech. And she got canceled. They refused to give her the honorary doctorate. She was not allowed to give her speech. Okay, that's bad enough. But the backfire effect is the Wall Street Journal printed her commencement speech, 2.5 million readers. So instead of 1,000 parents and students listening to what she had to say, 2.5 million people read what she had to say. So there you go.